2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
All right, everybody, welcome. In this one, we're going to see the New Orleans Pelicans against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, in preseason, we saw them fine-tune their chemistry and timing, but you never really know how far you've come until the regular season begins. Should be an exciting challenge as they look for their first win of the year. And here we are, game one of the new season. Kenny, every team coming in with a clean slate.
Yeah, because whatever you had troubles in last year, that doesn't matter. This is a new year. Be optimistic until proven otherwise.
I'm just looking forward to spending another year with you guys. It's family. And Ernie, you're looking 10 years younger.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling 10 years younger as well, Shep.
It's all exercise, isn't it?
And you're looking like, what are you? You're down to what, 275?
No, 575.
575.
Lost 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Kenny?
I grew some hair.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
That's a wig.
All right. You all still there? Good. We'll
miss
see you
you
later.
guys too.
The action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., he's out there with Jalen Brunson. Doncic out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. And for New Orleans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the point. So Dallas will get the first possession. And here's Brunson. And Smitty, what about the teams that know they're going to be championship caliber contenders? How do they stay motivated early in a season with so many games to play?
You know, it's hard. I think a lot of those guys, they're looking at, I would say now we're talking about load management for those type of teams. They're just trying to make sure their bodies, their minds are ready for that run. But usually those championship teams, they understand, they're motivated by winning. They get it together at the right time.
Here's Doncic. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. And Doncic gets it to go.
And showing he's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Passes it to Ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Holiday. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. There's the pass to Doncic. Buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got 5.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
You see the competitiveness of Holiday, not about to let the 3 on the other end go unanswered.
Ingram with the steal. He gets it in there. Ingram's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 5. And that's going to be a travel. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Redick from deep three-point land, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Pelicans lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. He's out there with Williams, and it's Hart in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Wright. Pass to Doncic. Kicks it to Barea. Just 5 to shoot. Over Hayes. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Barea. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain. He can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
No good on that one. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Williamson comes in for Williams. And it's Ingram in for Hart.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Here's Williamson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Jrue Holiday's checked in for Lonzo Ball. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for DeLon Wright. And he sinks the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
Now here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Curry with the bounce pass. The 3 from Porzingis. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Holiday surveying the floor. Over Curry. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached halftime in this one. Pelicans ahead, leading by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. Well, for the Pelicans, Kenny, what did you see from them?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they had a hard time scoring inside. In fact, their offense was run almost exclusively along the perimeter. A lot of jumpers. It's too predictable. You got to mix it up.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jrue Holiday getting it done today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pelicans leading by 6.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. Here's Ball. After Jrue Holiday's score, pass to Williamson. It's tipped. Brunson with it. On the wing, Doncic. He dishes it to Hardaway. Doncic against Ingram. Doncic, no good.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That's going to send Jrue Holiday to the free throw line. Tim Hardaway picks one up. And with all the uncertainty in New Orleans last season, Jrue Holiday staying focused on winning games.
You know, Kevin, with everything he's been through, whether it's his injuries, his wife dealing with her own health scare, it gives you perspective on things.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Wright comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. That free throw good from Jrue Holiday.
One of the better defenders in the league. Jrue Holiday embraces the challenge.
Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Brunson. Passes it to Kleber. Dishes it to Wright. Outside, Porzingis. A three-pointer off the mark. New Orleans leading by 11. Shots good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his first basket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. Tipped away. Stolen by Holiday. Goes up. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Jrue Holiday is providing full service, showing he can do it all.
Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. Shot to stop the run, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pelicans lead by 13. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Mavericks trail by 13. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. Barea against Holiday. On the money from 12 feet away. Holiday's got 9 points here in the second half. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. It was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Pelicans.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jrue Holiday.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Now the pass to Favors. There's the dish to Holiday. Puts it up from 12. Another shot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And that one falls for Favors.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
Wright finds Marjanovic. That one good for 2.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Here is Favors. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For